I used to think I had it all. Big house, fancy cars, a bank account that never seemed to run dry. I was the son of a successful businessman, the kind of man who walked into a room and owned it with just his presence. My father built his empire from scratch, while I was born into the comfort of it. Growing up, I never had to struggle. If I wanted something, it appeared. New iPhone. Delivered the next day. Dream car. Just a conversation away. I didn't know what it meant to hear no. I had personal assistants, private tutors, and all the privileges a kid could ask for. And yet, I never once appreciated it. I thought life owed me everything. I didn't pay attention in school. I didn't have to. I skipped classes, spent nights partying and days sleeping. I looked down on people who worked 9-to-5 jobs. To me, they were just background characters in the movie of my life. My father would often try to talk to me. He'd sit me down and tell me, "Son, I built all this with my blood and sweat. You must learn how to survive without it." But I never listened. I'd laugh and say, "Dad, relax. I've got this. Life is sorted." Then, everything changed. It was a regular Tuesday morning. I woke up late like always. My phone had over 50 missed calls, all from the same person, my mother. I groggily called her back, annoyed. "Mom, what is it?" Her voice cracked. She was crying. "It's your father. He collapsed in the office." My heart dropped. "We lost him." I didn't understand. I stood there, frozen, still thinking it was a joke. My father, the strongest man I knew, gone. The funeral felt like a blur. People I'd never seen cried harder than me. I stood there in my expensive suit, confused, broken, and for the first time, scared. Then came the real shocker. A week after the funeral, I was summoned to my father's lawyer's office. "Your father left you something," the lawyer said, handing me a sealed envelope. Inside was a letter. His last words to me. "My son, if you are reading this, I'm gone. And I'm sorry. I wish I had more time to show you what life really is. But maybe this is the only way you'll learn. You've lived a life of comfort. But that comfort wasn't yours, it was mine. And now, it's time for you to build your own. I've left the business in the hands of people who helped build it. You won't inherit anything, not yet. Not until you prove you can stand on your own feet. Here's some money for 3 months of basic living. No more. After that, you're on your own. Learn. Struggle. Full. Ways. Make me proud. With love. Dad." I couldn't believe it. I was furious. Betrayed. How could he do this to me? I'd never worked a day in my life. What was I supposed to do? I went home, or what used to be my home. The mansion was no longer mine. My clothes, my car, even my phone line, all disconnected. Just like that, I went from being the son of a millionaire to a guy with nothing but a suitcase and 3 months of rent money. I rented a small room in a shared apartment. No air conditioning, no house help, just 4 walls and a creaky bed. The silence was loud. The loneliness, unbearable. I applied for jobs, any jobs. Nobody took me seriously. My resume was a blank page. I had no degree, no experience, and no clue what I was doing. Eventually, I landed a job as a waiter at a local diner. The pay was barely enough, but I had no choice. The first week, I dropped a tray of hot soup on a customer. The manager yelled at me in front of everyone. I wanted to quit. But then I remembered the letter. So I stayed. I started noticing things I never did before. The cook, a single mom, worked double shifts just to feed her kids. The janitor, a retired veteran, cleaned toilets with a smile. And here I was, the guy who once looked down on these people, now working beside them. They didn't have mansions. They didn't drive luxury cars. But they had something I never did, dignity. For the first time I felt ashamed. Not because I was poor but because I was so blind for so long. I began to change. I showed up early, stayed late, took on extra shifts. I learned how to take orders, clean tables, and treat people with respect. It was exhausting. But at the end of each day, when I held my small paycheck, I felt something new, pride. 3 months turned into 6. I started taking night classes to learn business basics. I sold my designer clothes and bought books instead. Slowly, my savings grew. I began freelancing online, writing, editing, even basic graphic design. I didn't sleep much. I didn't party. But I was finally alive. And then, one morning I received another letter. Son, I've been watching you. Yes, I arranged it. I had people keep an eye. Not to spy, but to see if you'd rise or fall. I'm proud of you. You've earned not just money but character. That's something I couldn't buy for you. Now you're ready. I'm transferring a small share of the business under your name. It's your time to build, not inherit. This time, build it with heart. Dad. Today, I run a part of the business my father built. But I don't drive a sports car. I drive a used sedan. I don't live in a mansion. I live in a modest home, and I clean it myself. But I'm the richest I've ever been. Not in money, but in lessons, in purpose, and in gratitude. Because the truth is, I didn't really lose everything that day. I lost my ego. I lost my entitlement. I lost my ignorance. And in return, found strength, found humility, found myself. Moral of the story. Sometimes life has to strip you bare so you can finally see who you really are. You don't grow in comfort. You grow in struggle. The day I lost everything was the day I found everything.